maybe I'm just bitter, and I'm not doing a healthy thing by comparing myself, especially to characters on TV. But what I got from Friends from College season 2 was that, like, they all seem to be very well-to-do, even the ones that don't have jobs. So I'm getting, like, Friends flashbacks. There was a show in the 90s, in case people don't know, called Friends. And, like, all the characters, especially Monica. Monica was a chef, and chefs don't necessarily make that much money, but the apartment that she had would cost someone, like, $10,000 a month, but she was able to afford it. And Rachel worked at a coffee shop, and I don't even remember what Phoebe did. Joey was an actor who acted from time to time. So, I got that vibe watching this show, and all the characters are around my age. You know, I'm 42, so they're 40. And what's good about the show is that it shows the issues. It's very relatable in that it shows the issues that at least I go through, you know, with relationships and growing up and growing apart and responsibilities and families and kids and responsibilities and marriage. Even though I don't have any kids and I've never been married, I'm certainly aware of responsibilities, you know, and then just, you know, who you are. Oh my God, that's a big one. But, so I think the show handles that well. What it doesn't handle well sometimes, or like some of the comedic elements tend to be a little over the top, and that was like my issue with season 1 as well. They don't. Some of them are exaggerated because I guess they want to make people laugh. So you tend to not relate to certain situations with that. Like, I can't relate to taking a private jet to Atlantic City for a bachelor party and then going on like a bunch of hijinks after that. You know, I've had some hijinks in my life, but I guess nothing that necessarily equated to that. And none of the character of, I'm forgetting the names. I always forget the characters' names. The actress who, the out-of-work actress whose boyfriend was the YouTuber that jumped off of buildings and he died doing that. Like, she's never worked. So it's like, well, how does she afford her apartment? And she has a pretty nice apartment, whether it's in Brooklyn or whether it's in Manhattan. I mean, everywhere in the boroughs are really, really expensive to live. So, like, how does anybody afford this? So I think with Ethan, Ethan's character, well, not Ethan, Ethan is the character. With Ethan, I guess it showed when he got separated, he moved in with another guy and they were sharing, you know, an apartment or a house. So that was somewhat realistic. But, like, all the other characters, at least in a materialistic sense, I couldn't really relate to. And plus, like, I'm in the suburbs right now, and I used to live in Queens, which is a borough of Manhattan. So I remember those nights walking around Manhattan. That's what makes Manhattan so great. You can just walk around, especially on a beautiful day. You can walk around and walk like 20 or 30 blocks and then find something, you know, especially at night. There's always something going on, which is so great, and which is why I'm so upset I'm on Long Island now. I'm on Long Island because I'm going back to school. You know, it's the most affordable school I can afford. So I will have to be out of New York City and its boroughs for the time being, but I do plan to go back. You know, the characters are very much likable. Like, I like all of them, even the ones who aren't meant to be likable. I'm okay with watching them. So overall, the show is good and it's enjoyable, and there are very lighthearted moments. There are touching moments, and there are some relatable moments. And then the problem with season 2 was the same thing with season 1. It seems to be a bunch of improv in there, which, you know, I'm fine with improv, but sometimes with improv it tends to go a little long, and at least I can tell when the actors are improving, and it's nothing that the actors are doing wrong. They're probably just told, well, improv for a little bit and see what we can pick up. And I think that's more of an editing thing, and then sometimes it just goes a little long. It takes you away from the story. But So yeah, with the separations that went on, and I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack has a bunch of 90s songs, and I'm a 90s guy. I was an 80s kid, but, you know, I came of age. I was an adolescent in the 90s, so, you know, ending with Radiohead's "High and Dry" was very, very good. I still have the song in my head. I always have a song in my head, and so I have that song in my head now, listening to it. But so the whole pregnancy thing with again, I forget the character's name. With I really ought to have. Okay, I'm doing this in real time. I'm putting my phone down and I'm pulling up the cast, so I don't have to say the character anymore. So let's see, where is it? Friends from College season 2 and Friends from College season 2 cast. Oh, Daily Dot said Netflix Friends from College is still annoying. Oh my god, I didn't think it was that annoying. Again, I liked the characters. So, oh my god, I'm just terrible with IMDb. This is terrible radio. It's a good thing no one's paying for this. And it's a good thing I'm not getting paid by it, because there's really no pressure to really perform. And it's not like anybody's listening to this anyway. So, okay. So, so the actress's name was Marianne. Lisa is Ethan's wife. So with Lisa wanting to get pregnant, and then all of a sudden she is pregnant after a whole long time of trying. I don't know. It was pretty predictable, and then it was pretty predictable it was going to be Ethan's baby and not her other boyfriend's baby. And then I think it was, I don't know, maybe I'm not familiar with like soccer players and like the Weekend Warriors, but they did seem to take the soccer a little seriously. So again, I think it was just exaggerated for comedic effect. That whole thing was just a little overblown, I guess. But yeah, whatever. I mean, it was nice. It was nice. If there's a season 3, I will watch it. If there's not a season 3, I'm not going to be like, oh my god, where is Friends from College? But it's good, lighthearted fun, but with some seriousness thrown in there. There are relatable moments. There are some not relatable moments. Maybe I'm just bitter that I don't have the things that they have. But overall, I think it's a good reflection on middle to upper middle class, or to upper class people, and how they, in relationships, and how they relate to each other. It would have been nice, though, to have maybe 1 or 2 characters who are broke, who are in debt, who don't know where the next paycheck is coming from, or someone who is the working poor, or someone who lives in a bad, not the best apartment, and just they don't know how they're going to pay the bills. Someone who's in collections, someone who is so stressed out because they don't know where their next paycheck is coming from. Someone who is affected by the economy being what it is, or someone not making enough money, or someone having to work 2 or 3 jobs. All the characters just seem to be like not working that much at all. So I guess that's okay if you want to have the characters do more things, but it would be nice to see them hating their job and being, a slave at work, or being stuck in a cubicle. And so I don't know. It just seems to be with at least what the jobs that I used to have, I felt like that. And then certainly people that I know, not all my friends, some of my friends really like their job. Erin is one of them. Erin loves her job, but I have some other friends who don't. So it would be nice to just, I guess, have more of a reflection of what is going on, as opposed to like the upper class, or people who are, I guess, well-to-do. That, as much as I like the show Girls, that was, none of the characters really struggled that much, because they always had, money to back them up, or someone to go home to, which is fine. It was still a good show. But I don't know of a show now, and there very well might be, where it just has struggles of people just not knowing where what to do or how to afford things, or if someone is sick and all of a sudden they're broke from being sick, and they don't have to go to the Breaking Bad route to try and get the money, it's just them trying to deal, and the tragedy and stress and grief that comes with it. So anyway, wow, that's ending on such a depressing note, but listen, overall, good show, fun show. I recommend it. It's nice. It's nice. You get some good 90s stuff thrown in there and some good, I wouldn't say coming of age, but I guess the Big Chill for 2019, even though I never saw the Big Chill, but maybe that's relatable as well. So anyway, I hope you found this podcast relatable. If not, whatever, it's free. So, yeah, that's it. So you can find me on Twitter. I'm at MMAM Podcast. You can find me on Facebook, not Pacebook, but Facebook at MMAM Podcast. And please rate and share and review and do all that good stuff. All right, everybody. You all have a good one. Bye.